Hey everybody, Flip here, and today I've got a little video here for you all that I wish somebody had told me a few years ago. Today I want to talk about my advice for running a YouTube channel. You've probably seen a million of these videos out there, a bunch of things, and what my hope is from this is that it'll click for somebody and somebody will be able to have that ability to say, oh, this is something that I could do a little bit better, something that I could do a little bit differently as I can grow my channel, and something that can just help you take that next step and move it forwards. And just hopefully this advice is something that is helpful for at least one of you out there. With that, my friends, click the like down below and let's get into this thing. So this is just gonna be a big blab. This is just gonna be me talking for a while. I've been wanting to find a way to record this thing and do it, and I figure I'm just gonna throw it on the second channel and just talk for a few minutes, and that's what y'all get. Cool. So first and foremost, let's talk about the semantics of YouTube. You upload your video, you got your description, you've got your title, but like you got your tags. What do we put in those? What do we do in there? So for me, let's first and foremost, we're gonna break this down into sections here. We're gonna talk about the titles, then we're gonna talk about the descriptions, then we're gonna talk about tags, and then we're going to talk about thumbnails. So we got four things that we're going to be talking about right here. For your titles, something that I had to learn the hard way as I was growing my channel. As many of you know, I have a series that I call Building with Flip. For those of you who might have been detectives as I was growing my YouTube channel, you might have noticed that along the way, Building with Flip stopped appearing in the titles. It also stopped appearing in the thumbnails, but that's something we'll talk about a little bit later on. Inside of the titles, instead of saying Building with Flip, which if you think about that, if you don't know me, if you don't know my YouTube channel, Flip, why would you ever search on YouTube for the phrase Building with Flip? It's just something that won't happen. There's no reason to search for that unless somebody has a terrible, terrible typo. That's the only way it would really come up. So that's already shooting myself in the foot of growing my audience, because who in their right mind, if they don't know me, is going to search for the words Building with Flip? So instead of that, what you can do is, the way that I took it is I started just using Minecraft as my title. I started using Minecraft Survival as my title. More specifically, I was using Minecraft 1.16, whatever the update was at the time, 1.14, 1.15, 1.16 now, Survival Let's Play. It's a lot of words, but if you think about it, let's take a quick step back here. If you're using the search term Minecraft inside of your title, who are you competing against? Let's look at the people with millions of subscribers who are getting millions of views for every video. Maybe some of the hermits, or maybe some of the other large Minecraft people out there, the Dream SMP, all of them. They can put Minecraft in their title and they're going to get millions upon millions of views on that video. If you over here have 100 subscribers, you could put Minecraft in your title and you get 40 views on it. Your 40 views are competing against their million views. Now let's take it another step down. If you use Minecraft Survival, what's the chance of that big creator caring enough to type Minecraft Survival instead of just Minecraft? Probably not as much, because they don't need to. They have their audience. They have their stake in the market. They don't need to take those smaller ones away. It's not worth their time. Then if we break that down another step further, you do Minecraft 1.16 Survival. Not an A-rank search term anymore. And thanks whoever just followed the Twitch stream. Cool. But not an A-rank search term anymore. But it's something that is maybe a B rank. So then you're getting people around my size that are searching for that. So you, instead of competing against somebody with millions of subscribers, you're competing against somebody like me with near 400,000 subscribers. It's a little bit more of a game that you have a better chance of winning in. Then we break that down one step further. Minecraft 1.16 Survival Let's Play. It's not worth my time to write that all out anymore. I just go for Minecraft 1.16 Survival typically. So then that's something that I wouldn't try for. You're not competing in the same bracket as me. You're breaking down another step further. Not everybody's going to be searching for Minecraft 1.16 Survival Let's Play, but if they are, your video is going to be the one that comes up. And that's what matters, is you're not going for everybody. You're going for those people who are the pioneers of searching to find something new. If you think about products that are released into the market, there's the early adopters who all try it. The first like 10% of people that try a new product, then they go around and tell all their friends of, oh my gosh, this thing's amazing. Then you get the next 30% of people who basically rely on the word of the early adopters if they're going to check it out or not. And then after that, you're up over the hill and it's smooth sailing down from there. So you got to think about it from trying to market yourself in this environment. Now that we got our titles situated, of basically just describe everything as much as you can. Use as many descriptive words as you can in your title. The descriptions right now on YouTube favor very, very heavily into how things are ranked on search terms. I don't know why it's that way. I don't know what they're doing here, but for some reason, if you use words inside your description that do not relate to what your video is, it can actually harm the search rankings of your video. YouTube is using every piece of information on your video for the search rankings because they want to divide off of literally everything that they possibly can. Anything they can make into a category, they're doing it. So if you have a lot of things inside of your description, like 3 paragraphs describing what you're doing and how your afternoon was and this brunch you went on and maybe your dog walk in the morning and all those different things, it's like you don't need to include that. Be as concise as you possibly can. I've even found for myself having a lot of description areas where it's like, you can find me on Twitter here, link to the Twitter. You can find me on Instagram here, link to the Instagram. You can find me on Twitch here, blah, blah, blah. I found that removing all of those and just having one big word at the top says, find me outside YouTube here, and then just all of the links has actually started to help. I don't know why. It's just the way that it has been. YouTube changes this stuff all the time, but it could be something helpful for you. And so the description, the biggest thing I can say there is as little amount of text as you can and as descriptive of text as you can as well. I've found that copying my title into my description can help out a bit, and then writing about 2-sentence description of what's going on in the video helps out with people who actually read the descriptions on things. I don't know who does that, but some people do. Then we move on to tags. Tags are something right now that you can win search term rankings on. You can do it. I know I've done it a lot of times, but the biggest way to get views on YouTube is actually through appearing on the recommended tab next to video. So if you're watching my video right now, if you look off to this part of the screen, if you're on desktop mode, or if you're on mobile, you take it out of the full screen mode. I know my beautiful face can be a little bit smaller here, and you scroll down, you're going to see a lot of variety of videos down there. That's the biggest way to win on YouTube right now, is to appear in those areas. Search terms can help you appear when people search for that 116 survival blah 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 blahs, and that's really good to go and do those. Be as descriptive as you can in there, and also using a capitalization versus a lowercase letter can actually also change the search term itself. So capital M Minecraft versus lowercase m Minecraft actually are 2 different search terms on YouTube. So you can get a little creative with that stuff. If you have an episode 1 of a series, you're starting a brand new series, pretty much just putting EP1, like EP space 1 or #1 on every single search term you do is going to help you bump it up quite a lot. YouTube loves the start of series. They love the start of series. Now, continuing the blab further, let's look at thumbnails. You want to make thumbnails as Minecrafty as possible. Show what you did. Remove all of the dead space of the open sky, whatever you might have. And also a big thing I've learned recently is things do better without shaders on them and without texture packs. Texture packs and shaders make things look different what the average Minecrafter would see inside of their Minecraft world. So why are they going to click on it? They want something they can relate to. They want something they can watch and relate to and be a part of and feel like they can do the same thing, or feel like it's at least something that could maybe possibly be obtainable at some point in time. A lot of words right there, right? So on that, what I'm trying to say is showing things that are more on the basic side and showing what you accomplished. Even if you made some insane build, crazy thing, and it looks god tier in this crazy cool render you did where it spent you hours upon hours to render it and all that stuff, most of the time, from my experience, from what this is all going off of my audience, by the way, everything I'm saying here take with, I don't know, a little bit of doubt to it. Find your own way, find your own answers as you do your journey through YouTube. But I found a lot of the times, the more heavily altered the images with shaders, with extra Photoshop editing, everything like that, extra text on the screen, all that stuff makes the videos do worse. The more basic it is, the better. And one thing I've fallen in love with is dividing the thumbnail into maybe 2 or 3 sections and doing 3 screenshots. Especially do that if you have a tall vertical build. Say you're building a tower. A tower is very tall and skinny, and thanks for the follow there, T-Dog. I appreciate that. I'm sorry, I forgot to turn it off. But anyways, use that ability if you're making a giant tower to split your thumbnail up a bunch, because the tower is very skinny. It's going to have a lot of dead blue space all over to the side that nobody's going to care about. It's not going to be something attracting people to clicking on the image. Now, as I mentioned earlier, is that I removed the building with Flip logo from my thumbnails is because it wasn't something that would attract people that weren't already in my audience. But if people were in my audience were used to seeing Minecraft survival, then it wouldn't change anything. So I decided to just change my stuff over to say Minecraft survival, which instead of building with Flip, which filled up a lot of the thumbnail space to make it legible. And in this case, everybody just sees Minecraft survival, which is also something that helps people want to click on it because they're like, I play Minecraft survival. This guy plays Minecraft survival. That build looks kind of cool in the thumbnail. Let's go check it out and see what we're doing. Bada bada bing, boom, bang, blah, blah, blah. We got more views. Great. Yeah, and that's all I gotta say. Zooming in and cutting off some of your builds for a better thumbnail of zoomed in on part of it can actually help it as well. If you want thumbnail advice, I would say go look at your favorite creators that you follow. Go look at them, see how they set up their thumbnails and things like that. One thing I would say, if you are a smaller channel, you don't have a dedicated audience, including your episode numbers in your titles and or your thumbnails can actually not do the best for yourself, because if you see like episode back to building with Flip for me, episode 350 is what the next video I would release would be from that series. Why the heck would somebody watch an episode 350 of a series as their first episode watching the series? That means if they do that, they want to get the whole picture of everything going on inside this world, they have 349 other videos to go watch, which range from being 20 minutes long to 40 minutes long. That is a lot of commitment to dive into, and most people won't do it, which is why you don't see a lot of these series that people do lasting years and years and years anymore, is because every single video you put out in a series is hemorrhaging more viewers that you had previously, because some people might be, I'm no longer interested in this thing. I'm ready for something new. Let's start something new. You're always going to have that diehard crew of people who love the series that you do, but if you want to keep growing, keep attracting more people, you got to start new things. I'm not saying every week start a new episode 1, but maybe once a trimester per year, you start a new episode 1 or whatever you want to do on there. Now let's talk about a little bit of my ideologies for running an actual video. I intended this video here to be about 10 minutes long, and we're 12 minutes in. We'll see what the editing looks like. But anyways, my ideologies for a video is having a rough script is a great way to go. I usually have my intro, just says intro. And then I have from there, here's the topics I want to get. So I make sure I'm listing all those in the beginning. A little bit of an ad in there to say, hey, make sure you ask for a like and a sub at the beginning very quickly at the start of the video, at most 5 seconds. That's it. It's very quick. It's great. And it actually does help quite a lot. I know a lot of people hate to hear that stuff, but it's something that actually is helpful. Don't go 10 times throughout your video. Leave a like on this. Okay, everybody? Don't do that. That's bad. Don't overdo it. A quick one at the start and a quick one at the end of the video. Perfect. You're right in it. You're in the money there with that one. A few things that I would say on top of that is having shorter clips is actually a great way to go. With the introduction of like TikToks and things like that coming out into the world of social media and trying to grab people's attention and stuff like that, we all love to jump around. Our attention goes here, goes there, blah, 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 all over the place, right? That's just kind of how people are nowadays. It's hard to keep people focused on things. So having shorter clips that keep the video moving more quickly, even smaller, just little gaps here, there, and there as you're going is a good way to go. Even including if you're touring a build, just talk for 10 seconds, break it up as you walk to a different angle of the build, and continue your sentence right from there. Limit your time also talking on camera without doing anything. That doesn't mean, basically what I mean like that, if you're playing Minecraft and you can F5 and turn it around to just look at your character's face, don't spend like over 30 seconds doing that, in my opinion. It just doesn't work out very well. But what you could do instead is chop some oak trees down, gather some stone, clear up a little dirt pathway as you're talking through whatever you want to talk about. Just have something going on that's visually appealing to watch while you're also conveying that information to them. And then another big thing is don't reiterate things as you're going throughout the build, as you're going throughout your video, as you're going throughout whatever you're doing. Don't reiterate things unless it's absolutely needed. And also, my biggest pet peeve in the entire world of YouTube is people who say, and so next I'm going to go ahead and do this, and then we're going to do this, and then we're going to do that one, and then we're going to go over here and do this, and then after that we're going to go this way and go over here and do this thing. And then the next clip, my friends, is them doing all 4 of those things they just listed off. As they're doing all of them, they're still talking to you. It's like, just cut out that section of what you're telling me you're going to do and just do it. That's it. That's a big thing. But anyways, another thing I've also found on that is building on camera in short stints can work. It can work well, whether you're detailing a facade of a building, basically the front face of it, or adding in small details around, like creating a lamppost. But doing big, long building on camera things, unless you have something interesting to talk about, it's not the most entertaining. It's okay to skip through those things and be like, okay, we're working on a section of the roof over here, cutting, and now we're working on, okay, the roof is finished up, then we're going to work on this little chimney design, okay, cutting, and we have all the blocks stacked up to the top, here's how I'm doing the top of the chimney. That's okay. That type of stuff works out really well. What I'm trying to say here is include all aspects of Minecraft gameplay. Don't do everything as a time lapse. Don't do everything as a let's build. Mix it up, mess around with it. I love replay mod for that type of stuff. It's absolutely amazing. A lot of the times I will replay record what I'm building, and I will also build it on camera. And then as I'm editing the video, I will decide which I want in the video. So I have both options always. I can always go back to having both of them. And it's great. It's awesome. If you're like me, where you play survival Minecraft or, modded Minecraft or whatever it might be, I'm still considered myself a builder. I love to build in Minecraft. I love to do that sort of stuff. But in order to make my videos as approachable to everybody as I possibly can, I want to make sure that I'm showing all of the aspects of the Minecraft gameplay, as I kind of mentioned to. So there's going to be times where I'm going to be out there exploring the world. I'm going to be out there chopping some trees down, gathering my resources. We're going to go on an adventure and raid an ocean monument, gather wither skeleton skulls, fight a wither, whatever it might be. You want to show something that everybody does inside of their Minecraft world, because that's going to attract more people to watching your videos, because they're going to feel like they can relate to you. They can relate to what you're doing, instead of just saying, wow, that's a cobblestone block. I know what a cobblestone block is. That's pretty cool. Okay. Yeah, I'm lost. I don't know how I did any of the else of this. You can at least get an idea of, okay, he went and gathered up all these blocks. He went and gathered up all this stuff. He did all these things over here. Did all this, blah, blah, blah. And then you can kind of get those steps that lead up to the end. You don't fully explain the build that you did or do any of that sort of stuff, but they can feel that, the viewers can feel that they are on par with you up until that point. They're kind of following you through the entire video. Even if you are the most insane builder inside of all of Minecraft, you're the best of the best, nobody can touch you, you still, in survival mode, have to chop down the tree like everybody else. Unless you're a technical player and make an automatic tree farm, that's an alternative, but we're not focusing on that, okay? That's all I've got for today, though. This is just kind of a random video. I know it's a lot of minutes of blabbing right now. This is just, I don't know what I'm going to edit it down to. I do hope y'all enjoyed. I do hope this was helpful. Let me know in the comments below any questions, concerns, or whatever you might have. This was just kind of a way I wanted to give back to a lot of you out there going into the end of the year, starting off 2021 with a brand new start. I'm sure a lot of people out there being like, you know what? I want to really push it with my YouTube channel this year. I want to see what I can do. I want to see where I can take it. And hopefully this video is going to be something that for some of you can help, can be something that you all use to push your channel further. Let me know with any questions you have. Click a like on this video if you found it helpful. Subscribe if this is the first time you're watching the second channel here. Would very much appreciate it, my friends. But I will catch you on the flip side. A peace out.